The Supreme Court has left me pleasantly surprised today because they just rejected Donald Trump's argument that the deployment of National Guard troops in Illinois was somehow necessary. In an unsigned order, the court rejected an emergency appeal filed by the Trump regime asking for lower court rulings against the deployment to be overturned. And I think it's safe to say we are all a little bit surprised by this decision. Because lately, the Supreme Court has been willing to take Donald Trump's side on a myriad of outlandish cases. But this time, as Donald Trump was trying to muscle the Supreme Court into giving him a green light to keep federalized troops on the streets of Illinois over the objections of the state, the city, and multiple federal judges, the Supreme Court finally stood up and said, no. Because it's plain as day, this wasn't about public safety. This wasn't about restoring order. It wasn't about responding to any sort of actual emergency going on in the state. This was all about power. This was about control. This was about a president testing how far he could go using uniformed troops as a political prop and a tool against American citizens. Lower courts already shut that shit down. They said political disagreement is not rebellion. Disagreement is not justification for military presence in American cities. They said you don't get to override governors, mayors, and federal law just because your ego feels threatened. And when Trump ran crying to the Supreme Court, asking them to save him on the emergency docket, the same emergency lane that's rescued him again and again this year, they refused. Now, yes, this ruling technically only covers Illinois for now, but the important part is that it's laying the groundwork. Because the legal reasoning that blocked this deployment is the same reasoning being argued in every other city where this administration is trying the same bullshit. That means mayors, governors, judges, and local governments across the country now have a crystal clear signal. The courts are not automatically buying this administration's law and order theater bullshit. And for the first time in a long time, Donald Trump ran into a legal wall he couldn't bully his way through. So today, for everyone who still believes that the Constitution is supposed to matter, that civilian government is supposed to matter, and that the military is not a political toy for the president, this is a good day. It's not the end of the fight. It's not the final ruling in this. But a damn important reminder that even this Supreme Court has a line in the sand. And today, Donald Trump finally found it.